Hi, welcome to the women's under 19 Great Britain versus USA game. USA in black, getting ready to to start the game. This is Agnes de Brunner, and I currently alone in the commentary booth. Hopefully, I will get someone to join me. This is a second meeting for the Great Britain and USA ladies. The first time in this round robin, the USA scored 5 and Great Britain scored 0. So both teams, I'm sure, have been improving a lot over the course of this tournament. USA is really opening up their game, swinging a lot back and forth, as we can see right now in this game. And right now, far end of the pool. And okay, all right.
You're not alone.
Yay. Okay, good, because I'm not too comfortable doing this myself.
You're wonderful. You've been doing a great job.
I need
So we
help.
got Great Britain and the USA. Gee, where do they finish up on the standings here for us?
They are 5 and 6, I believe, and then Canada is 7.
Right,
so
you are. Number
tomorrow, I believe USA will have to play Colombia, and then and Great Britain and Canada will play off.
So 6-7 will play. Is that right?
Pardon?
It's at this. If we're looking at the standings
This
as of
is
this
not
morning,
a playoff. This is still the
No.
second round robin.
Yeah, but in the fixtures in terms of the finals for the ladies, we're going to have 6 and 7 playing.
Correct.
I thought they all had chances to go move up the ladder.
I think number 7 does not. Well, if 6 and 7 will play off, and 6 goes up.
Well,
But
the
whoever
winner of
loses
that
correct. So the
will
winner
play
of
New
that
Zealand.
game, of the 6 and 7 game, will still have a chance to move up.
Correct. So if 6 and 7 play,
Yeah, so
the
they
winner
could-
of that will then play 1 in the draw.
Something
It's the
like that, I
standings.
believe.
It
so,
usually
yeah.
runs one
right,
top,
right.
bottom,
so
and
they
in the
get
middles. Yeah.
they get that
So,
fun game going.
Now we got that clear. We're the game's underway, and it's 2 minutes into it, and it's a 0-0 game. And are we going to see? Is this no? This is the home country versus the Americans. Is this what we got going on here? Do we have any grudges going on between Great Britain and the U.S. other than the Prime Minister and your president?
Yeah, well, we aren't supposed to say anything political here, so
No, it's not political. I'm just pointing out a factual thing. It's not political. I'm not barking for either flavor.
Historical, there we go.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, no big grudges. Everybody's friends. These ladies both actually they had dinner together a few nights ago. I think they're very good friends outside the pool, and I'm sure they're both kicking to win here right now. But they really, I think there's a great relationship here.
What's that?
Looks
America's
like
first blood?
USA pushes a goal in.
Yeah.
Within
I look like those number 5. Was
Oh,
it? Was
sorry.
that Jennifer?
if that was number 5, that would be Jennifer Tom, one of our players from San Francisco. And
Getting try to tell
and
Amar
showing
and
herself very well, as all these girls have been.
yeah, we got something happening. Omar's not liking something. Chief referee. Omar, you better be careful. If you be angry at any players, then they might not come by your gear. Oh no, he's just saying pay attention, watch your subbing. Yeah, that's all he's saying. He's just faxing for it. So we have at number 5 Jennifer Tom. How long she been playing hockey?
I don't know exactly how long. This is a very young team, and they're pretty new. Let me see if I have it in my notes. I'm not sure how long Jennifer's been playing.
But yeah, I reckon this whole team is pretty new, but they have some experiences. I remember Kendall. He must have been at the first Worlds in
Kendall Banks, the
in
coach,
Vancouver,
and Sue
was he?
Banks, the co-coach with
Sue
Kendall.
Banks, Sue's here as well.
Yes, they're co-coaching this team.
Wow, fantastic.
So there's a lot of experience in the coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. Bit of heritage with the 2 girls playing as well.
Yeah, their daughters are playing, and so a lot of these girls started playing when they were pretty young, and the San Francisco, some of them have been playing quite a few years, but this is first Worlds for all of them. And
That was a lovely switch, by the way, as we saw on the team. I think it's the first I've seen the Americans actually switch. They do a lot of straight line plays, but that was a bit more deeper.
They've been doing much more switching. Their game has really turned around, and they're doing the swings across. much more consistently, and I know that's been their goal to try to do, and I think they've become much more effective at it and much more confident.
Well, that's good to news. Is that something that you've just sort of been building up through the tournament since being here? How many camps would the girls gotten together for?
Really, they had 2 training camps. There were kind of selection selection events and training camps, and then they played together at the U.S. Nationals in Cincinnati, and that's
right.
pretty much the only tournament type thing that they've done before this. So these games here in the double round robin have been very helpful for them just to get to know each other. And to clarify, it looks like a number 7 is going out.
I think she got pinned for a bit of obstruction or call by the looks of it, or that. But obviously, I don't think I've seen a lot of these girls play, and it certainly wasn't deliberate. But it must have been an escalation because we had a couple of fouls earlier on obstruction of some sort. So. Maybe the referee saw it and said, "Oh, well, that's worthy of a 1-minute penalty." And the referees have been pretty consistent through this tournament. I don't know what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, right, and I think sometimes they want to get things before they escalate rather than after.
Yeah, we got Jenny Williams in there from Australia. I see her, and on the deck, Omar. He's sort of half Colombian, half from New South. Well, he's more Colombian than he is from Spain. He's done a lot of world things, but he is one of the sponsors here, 6AA. He does a lot of the gear. Okay. Have you checked out the gear up in the?
I have a little bit. I know they've got some great deals up there. I keep meaning to go back when I have a little time and some cash in my pocket.
Yeah, cash.
And maybe buy a glove or 2.
Yeah, well, they got. I heard they had a 2-for-1. You buy a glove and a bat, and you get a big discount on their second glove.
Oh, well, I'll have to take. Yep, I'm definitely have to take a look at that. That's always nice.
And there's other people up there. Are one of our sponsors, the Vertex people up there selling. They still got a few shirts left, not many in sizes. I think he was running the presses overnight. As the American girl looks like number 11 there.
Number 11, that's Molly Banks.
Molly made a lovely swim across the thing, but looks like she gloved that a bit. And have the girls commented at all to you about sort of the bobble on the puck? I know I play here a lot in Hobart, being based here, and the puck is, it's a slippery pool, and also it bobbles a little bit. Have the girls mentioned that at all?
They mentioned somewhat the bobbling, but the one I know, there's been some breakaways where they had a big long swim, and then the puck started bobbling. On some of those grout lines. There's a few inconsistent grout lines that caught them off guard.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't know this pool. This pool is about 20 years old.
Yeah.
But
I think it's been really nice. There's always, every pool has their little idiosyncrasies, but obviously a little bit of a home team advantage for the teams that play here regularly. But overall, I haven't heard too many complaints.
Yeah, good.
It's pretty
Have
consistent.
you had much? I've played in a number of surfaces. We had the sports court they introduced in the 1998 San Jose tournament. That was pretty good. It was not as slippery, but and then we saw it again.
The new sport court's really slippery.
Is
though.
it?
Yeah, we have 2 sport courts in the Denver area where I play regularly, and they're really slippery. We've got a special puck, and it's like ice hockey almost.
Really? So it's a different puck. Is it more like the old leady puck, more of a Teflon coated one? What are we talking about?
It's the Can-Am Uni 2 puck with it's got a stainless steel plate on it. It has a special coating on it to make it extra slippery. It's not really
extra slippery.
Yeah,
wax it up with a wax.
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what the coating is, but it's pretty sensitive apparently to being damaged. We have to be very careful to make sure it stays only on the plastic and stuff. But boy, that thing slides. And when we first put that court in, it was pretty comical actually watching everybody lose the puck. Do a little move under their arm and it goes flying off. But a lot of the pools in the U.S. are actually just sort of brushed cement, and they're pretty rough. And you get certain pools, again, the Can-Am.
We call that blood sport.
Yeah, hopefully we don't play on too many of those. Some of the teams certainly do, but if you get the right pucks with the brass plates on them and stuff, they actually you can get them to. It's not a bad game. It's pretty consistent, and a lot of times, like passing the puck on a court that's not as slippery is actually easier. the puck doesn't get away from you quite as quick.
Yeah, we got a timeout call. I didn't catch you said that because we've been rabbiting on about the different court bottoms. But so I get the impression you're an avid fan of the sports court. I like them. I'm glad to hear they're a bit more slippery because we did experience them again in Canada, in Calgary, and I was really happy with those. And then on the, I started my days of playing hockey on the brushed concrete, and we had the Leddies back then, as we used to call them, and I enjoyed those pucks. They were probably the best pucks. So anything getting closer to those are really good. Were you down here in Hobart in 2000?
I was not. No, I have. This is my first trip to Hobart. I also played on the sport court in Canada, and yeah, so that is it's quite different. But we're right now very, very happy with it. And as far as compared to the really brushed concrete stuff, which a lot of times is what the sport court goes over, it's a definite improvement. And we've got new wall systems that Eric Straley has designed, and they're the whole setup is really pretty slick.
So we're 6 minutes left to go in this first half of U.S. Versus Great Britain. Last day of the S, and we sort of got a middle to bottom clash of the thing, sort of sort out their place. And the U.S. Are under a bit of pressure. The Great Britain girls are really hungry to get that puck back. They're pressing against that wall, but the defense of the U.S. team is, as I saw the boys playing the game before, is exceptionally strong. So a lot of effort and concentration goes into defensive hockey.
Yeah, I think so, and we tend to get. I mean, this the way the scoring is with the goals against counting much more heavily than the goals scored. The defense is very important, but of course, at some point, the offense has to step in there too. But yeah, fine job by the defense, and again, an advantage to the Great Britain team and the USA on their heels right in front of their goal. Hopefully they can deflect this and get it out of this corner.
Yeah, we got a timeout being called by the referees just to sort. They're going to have a bit of a powwow, sort out the call, and resume. And I think they all agree that where the puck needs to go, I think, is what they were sort of debating on, where the foul actually occurred, and it was in the wrong spot. And yeah, you're right. And I think I'm an avid supporter of defense is the greatest offense. But you have to have the offense.
Right.
You can have a great defense, and I have seen. I think the American boys who just finished their game against Australia, lack that bit of connectivity and into it. So
right, you can sweep it out of the goal time and time again. But if you, which is great, it's obviously the best place to start. But you do need to be able to move it past. And a really strong drive here by the Great Britain team. They're pushing really hard.
I think there's only one Great Britain player sitting on the surface, and the rest of them are in the tray or beside the tray, and it's still being defended. Man, the good rotation by the girls. I can see number 9 rotated in there, Elise De Bruyne. I think her brother plays in the junior team, does he?
Yeah, the under-23 men's team.
Okay. Got any drink waters in here, too? Because there seem to be a few drink waters around.
So we've got 3 sister pairs in this team, and then 2 of them have brothers playing. The Lee, Justin Lee is playing under-19.
Yep.
And Tristan De Bruyne is playing under-23.
A nice,
so we have a lot of families. Beautiful. Finally, the USA being able to do what they've been wanting to do, which is swing it across, get it out more than open. They've got some really fast swimmers on this team, and so they want it more in the open pool. But the Great Britain team is doing a fine job keeping them more on the wall, which is where they want it.
Yeah, I think I remember talking to someone earlier that, or maybe it was the South African commentator who was indicating that, do your girls come from a swing background, most of them? Or
there's several of them that do. We've got some really good
big
speed
drive
in there, and there's another drive.
Yeah.
I think just that, again, when the USA finally got to play the game they want to play, it's working well for them. What's that, number 10?
Number 6?
6. 6 would be Kenya Lamb, and talk about fast.
Yeah.
She's
got number 6 confirmed from Hugo from the scoring bench.
Yeah, that's Kenya Lamb, one of our San Francisco players, incredibly fast, and she's been on the strike several times. We have several very, very fast swimmers. The San Francisco girls, a lot of them came from a swim team that where the coach saw underwater hockey and encouraged the kids to play. So we do have a lot of very fast swimmers coming from the San Francisco, from all the teams. A lot of these girls are very active in swim team.
So did I hear you correct saying your swim coach encouraged them to go play underwater hockey?
Apparently, yes. In San Francisco, there was a coach. I was practicing with the swim team, and they were just starting underwater hockey there, and he was kind of fascinated with it. And as a treat, they got to play underwater hockey after swim team, and so got a lot of them started that way. So that was a real boon for the San Francisco juniors program.
Well, all your local Hobart swim coaches, did you hear that? I think that's a first. You're picking me off the floor here because I have to constantly drag the players who have an interest in underwater hockey, and they come to the hockey practices, which are later, because the swimming usually in Australia and Hobart here is early morning or in early afternoon straight after school, and then they come to hockey. I get those swimmers who I really like as athletes in underwater hockey. They come dragging their bones to play hockey, and they're so I'm here to play hockey.
And the Sturgeon Bay girls do that too. They'll have big, long swim team practice, go have a bite to eat, sit in the hot tub for a second to warm up, and right back in the pool and keep playing. The dedication for these girls advantaged the Great Britain team again in front of the goal, putting pressure on the USA.
Yeah, look, I'd say this has been at least 12 minutes of the play, pressuring the U.S., and then the U.S. make a quick break, through some quick swims and some connectivity, and they pop two. They're 2-0 up, and honestly, would you agree that the play has been majority in front of their goal train?
It's been, they've definitely got the USA on their heels, and there's been some great defense, but boy, they're not making it easy. The USA has been able to keep all the goal, to keep the puck out of their trough, but
this is brilliant defense by the U.S. They haven't scored a goal, and a lot of the times been pressure, recycling. The Brits are good at recycling, but I think they go hell for leather there and expose their back line. And just as we call it, the referees have seen something they didn't like, the Great Britons do. And the American team, the U.S. team, has been given the opportunity to get a hold of that puck, and let's see what they can do with it.
Yep, my guess is they're going to want to swing it out and around. Looks like a timeout. The coach will probably help them remember what they want to do with it. So the back line in the USA team is Jana DeBrunner, Elsa DeBrunner, Molly Banks, Rosa, and Teresa Lee, and
so is Abigail number 3? Is she the older or the younger sister of Molly?
Abigail's the younger one.
Okay, so Molly's the older girl.
Abigail's actually only 13, so we've got
My goodness, she's the 13. Okay,
yes, she's 13,
I saw that name.
And then let's see, and Teresa Lee is also 14, and we got 2 15-year-olds. So we've got several players who can be in the next, certainly in the under 19 in the next Worlds, and possibly in the Worlds after that. So.
And I've heard, I don't know, has it been announced that we're going to go back to Sheffield?
That's what I've heard too, and I thought that was definite, and then someone told me that it wasn't definite yet, so I'm not sure. But Sheffield's the only name I've ever heard kicking around for
that's
the
a
junior.
little bit deeper than 2 meters. Sheffield in I think it was
2006,
2004 possibly. Sheffield. I'm losing track. And that was a deeper pool than any of us used to play in.
Yeah, and I thought it was also 3 meters, but then someone else said it was 2.6.
Yeah, 2.6, 2.8, somewhere in that.
But deep, a lot deeper. This is 2 meters, and that extra, a nice punch through there.
I think this is a good depth for the junior hockey. Maybe the 23s up. But
and what a run
look at
there.
that swim by number 2.
Number 2, Nicole Wong. She's a 15-year-old from San Francisco.
13.
And just
look
15,
at that swim.
But
15,
she is blazingly
15.
fast.
Yeah, 15.
She's been taking the strikes, and a beautiful pass. She made that long run. Had the
look, she did all the work. Who's
got
the goal?
Number 6. So Kenya Lamb takes the credit for the goal, and Nicole Wong made that nice long run. Definitely deserves a lot of credit on that one.
Yeah, well, this is how all the 3 goals have gone in, hasn't it? Really, there was one real big effort that they made, but they've been under the pressure constantly. And again, what are we at, halftime? We got halftime.
Oh yes,
here?
It must be halftime.
Yeah,
and a replay. Look at
that. Look at that replay. Yeah, there she was.
Wow,
Kenya's
this is like a real sport with instant replays.
What do you mean, like a real sport? That was a slap. That real sport. We got commentators.
Oh, and another,
we're not paid, but we're commentators.
Yeah. Beautiful play. Beautiful
look
play.
at that.
And that is definitely replay worthy.
Yeah. Hold on, Ernie. We want to see Ernie back. There he is.
There he is.
Now, how come the American girls don't have something as creative and that's just is Ernie had to have a bit of patch job there. He's wearing a nose thing to help his breathing, and
So he doesn't
he's right in the
snore.
support. No, he doesn't snore. And can we cut to that long camera 4? Look, what's this milk crate business?
Yeah.
Come on, you got to get to the girls.
bottle
We
crate.
want this
Well,
fixed
you know,
up.
they had Ducky McDuckface with them for a while, which
Who?
is the
Ducky,
Ducky McDuckface, the men's
just a
under
floaty
23 duck. But I don't. Yeah,
no,
apparently.
floaties. I expect to see floaties for
Okay.
the finals.
Next time in Sheffield, we'll have a
No,
good
no, no,
float.
no. Kmart's open tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah, Target's just there in the
okay.
reject
All
shop.
right, all right. I'll have to talk to them about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Let's get
But-
our big push to eliminate the stolen milk crates. Oops, sorry, not
They're
the
not-
borrowed store.
We
the
were,
borrowed
we were
milk
told
crates.
we are allowed to borrow them.
Borrow milk crates. As we look at the list of all our sponsors, and have we increased the amount of summer? I've never seen this before, but we got the Poco people who do designing. We've got the Aquatic Equipment Australia, and they must have prodded AE with a few things. AE, I'm looking at the list here, but I can't see what they provided, but must have been some sporting gear and that sort of things. Tasmanian Underwater Hockey, that's our home base here. Lovely, lovely logo.
Yes.
Again, 6 a.m. for Amar with the hand and the things. Tasmanian Flour Mill. They make flour for breads and stuff like that. Woolworths, they're the people who have been supplying your milk crates. We got Wing & Co. providing the food for the
we've
rest
done
of
a
it.
lot of business with them. The
Yeah.
amount of food
Yeah,
that these
absolutely,
athletes
yeah.
go through is
I saw
is
the
crazy.
under 19 boys in there, and man, they ate a lot.
Yeah, I have to pretty much fill a whole shopping cart almost every day for those under 23
Wow.
men. There, it's insane how much they eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always at the Woolworths. So
Have a
I'm
few
glad
of
to
the
see they're a sponsor.
I'm interested to hear your views on the fins that the girls. I noticed a couple of our strong swimmers. Who scored that goal again? That was
Oh, the last one. Well, we have Nicole Wong.
yeah,
did
who
the
made
run,
the
and then
swamp,
Kenya.
did swim. She's using a pair of Brias, but there's a few girls wearing Nages. What's your views on the fins? Do you have any views or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been playing around with little ones lately. I've been doing more of well, we call them briars. I don't know,
Briars,
briars
yep,
or whatever. In any case, there's definitely a strong preference both ways for the people that love the Najatis, just love them and wouldn't have anything else. And same thing with briars and.
Well, it looks like I
I
saw
look-
3, in my opinion, as a coach who's had a number of years in swimming and stuff, and the 3 American girls who just swam out and won that convincingly. Very spread, but they certainly were all using the dolphin kick, but they all look like swimmers to me. That was a proficient,
I believe they
efficient
are.
American type swimming there, and
Yeah.
as we see, a lot of them shift from into dolphin kicks, which tells me yes, they're swimmers. I hopefully they'll develop a bit more with the flutter because the in my opinion as a coach, the dolphin is good on the straight line, as we saw a couple of breakaway goals, and fully support that as the Brits are trying to pressure again the Americans, and it's taking it to the far wall. But in terms of changing directions and stuff, it's pretty hard to do that in a dolphin. But
Correct. You have
and
to be
I-
able to switch between the two, or just don't
Yeah.
use that dolphin.
Yeah, well, switching, and I've watched a lot of tapes of hockey going back to VHS and to DVDs and now onto HD on YouTube. And what I noticed, the changeover, you got to really perfect it. You got to practice it because there is a moment of hesitation. And in this game, if you hesitate, you get caught. And that little jump you might get by using a flutter and then you change the dolphin, it gives the opposition a bit of change if they don't change. So it's something to perfect. So
Yeah.
as we see the Britons again pressuring the already coming out in very moments into this game, and they're putting pressure on the American side, and and again, I think we ended up in the last game in the first half of this. They were doing exactly the same, and the Americans just bided their time, defended, then stripped it off them, and swam it up the other end.
Yeah, and it's been in this corner for an awfully long time. And there's a nice drive across by the British girls, and driving hard to the goal, but getting defended. And now they're got a nice setup, but they just didn't have quite the support they needed to get that all the way in. And drove out by number 9. That's Elsa de Brunner.
Yeah, and again, I think that's what I was trying to say earlier is that British girl did a lovely swim, and who we got going here? That looks That's definitely
Didn't
a
see
swimmer.
the number, but yeah.
She's she's being caught and dragged back, but she kept going. Good drive.
And that, I
That's
believe,
number
was
9 again.
Nicole again. So
That's Elise. Elise.
Elsa.
Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Elsa is the Great Britain swimming into the corner, and I thought the referee pulled something on it. Number 11 there. Who's number 11?
That's Molly
Molly.
Banks.
Yeah, Molly is sort of watching and allowed the puck go through. That was an interesting move, but she was very intent on seeing what was going on, and she's recycling back as her compadre. That's Elsa again in defense. You rotate very narrow. But then really willing to take it out wide, which they're doing here, and capitalizing on that speed and catching the
I think
British
that might
off
have been
guard.
what Molly was waiting for when she didn't pass it. She didn't see that pass, that outlet that she was looking for. So she just left it rather than throw it out in there. And there's a call.
Yeah, Jenny's made a bit of a stick infringement on the American girls, and the Brits will get opportunity to take a free puck here. That's number 9. We see there sitting there, Abby Calvert trying to position herself in a position where she can receive a nice pass. And it was a nice pass. And there she is. She picked it up and she made a drive. But unfortunately, that's the point I was trying to make before, is that their connectivity, once they get that initial pass, is sort of lacking. And the Americans are stealing the puck and capitalizing in much more connectivity in that top line.
Right, and they've really been working on that, to get those drives and have the support. Because you can't, the drive doesn't do any good if you don't have the support. And they're doing a good job getting 2 when they have a run off to the side, having 2 players there. And again in the corner.
Yeah, that was a nice move by the Great Britain player. She's went down there, tried to commit to the goal, but saw that big line of defense of the Australian, the American back line, and tried to recycle it back out. And we see from the top, you can just see the rotation happening on the American back lines. Fast, and it's quick, and they're getting good body position, although the Brits are
really
making
hard
a push.
pressure there. Looks like
Not
they
up, she's
might
down
have.
there. She
Nope,
cleared it
okay,
out.
and it's out.
Yeah. Oh, we got a bit of a call happening from far, and looks like a bit of a
advantage to
stick infringement for the Great Britain's get another opportunity.
Right, and the USA team, again, on their heels a little bit, with right in their goal trough, hoping to defend.
What do you reckon? I predict that they'll defend, and then we'll have another breakaway. What do you reckon? Wanna put some money on that?
That's what I'm hoping for. Well, a breakaway on our part, but
Have the girls been enjoying themselves here in Hobart?
So much, and particularly with these girls that they're playing against. They had a great time, just just
have they
getting
been
to
able
know
to
each other and had dinner together, and now to be playing against them, it just really adds a lot to the game.
Yeah, we see a British girl having enough there, and she has to go for a sub. She looked like she was favoring her ankle. Maybe she's a bit strained herself. Are both the teams? I know the boys are at the wool store. Are the girls there as well at the wool store?
Yeah, all 3 teams are there together.
Okay, the wool store there. We stayed there in 2000, and when we were down here in Hobart for the 2000 Worlds, the lovely kitchens and all that stuff. So
Yeah,
you got little apartments with kitchen joining rooms, and there's double door things.
Right. Yeah. So that was real. That is real nice, having that kitchen available and being within walking distance of the pool. That's key, because we're not used to driving on the left side of the road. If we had a bunch of inexperienced drivers having to drive back and forth, that would
and
add
one-way streets.
Yeah. Right.
Roundabouts.
Exactly.
You see much roundabouts in the U.S.?
No. Well, we get
Four-way
some now, but not too many. Yeah. And yeah. So just not having to worry about that is really nice for us. So. And a lot of times walking, like especially from the wool store, I think it's probably faster to walk than to try to drive it.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But it probably would help. Did they all carry their gear, or did they get chauffeur-driven the gear?
No, everybody carries their gear. We got
There's some pretty big bags the girls are toting.
Yeah, we got those donated. They're made by Northern Attire, and we're a donation, and all players get those and get their name embroidered on them and stuff. So those are prized possessions.
Absolutely, they'll
really
be going
nice.
for lots of money during the party.
We
that's
aren't
on
allowed to
Saturday.
trade those.
You're not allowed to trade them?
Nope, not allowed to trade those. They're
Is that
once
in the rules?
a lifetime. That was part of the agreement when they were donated.
Okay.
Is you get them and
Well, there'll be a lot of size going out there in hockey world, because I saw a lot of people saying, "Yeah, I want one of those." I guess you have to play for the American team then.
I don't know if I guess if you're not ever planning to play for the USA team again, then I suppose you could trade it. But my understanding is even then you're not.
Yep.
That would be frowned upon. So we love our bags and we want to keep them.
Well, I'm disappointed. How about the jackets? So they donated and we can't get those?
No. I think everything else, there's no restrictions on anything else. But those parkas are super nice, donated by Can-Am. And I believe we're allowed to trade those, but I don't think you're going to find very many people that want to because everybody loves them so much.
Yeah, I guess being here, many players going to stick around and see some of Hobart. But as we see the Americans under, again, more pressure, the Great Britain are recycling the puck really well, but they're just not finishing it off. They're not looking for those, they see the gaps, they attack them, but they don't have the support players either in front, as we've seen some of the other experienced teams playing. I thought the referees, a few of the girls looked like they heard a buzzer as well.
Yeah,
I
well,
heard
I
one
think it
from the
was
other
a timer
court.
from the other pool. I think that
yeah.
threw off some of those girls. They went up, and that's easy to do when you're switching between one pool and the other, and you hear that signal, and you don't realize it's not your pool, and that can be really frustrating.
And we see a referee, Jenny Williams, who she's played a long time. She's played in a few Australian teams and Trans-Tasman teams, and both her son and her daughter play underwater hockey. Jenny's was coaching for a while and then is now a referee, dedicated referee, and we're climbing the ranks in the refereeing worlds. And she called the Americans to back up, and the Brits had an opportunity, but they've lost the puck again. And we're looking for some fast subs here. As number 6, I think that was, or was that 8? Was that Vivian or was that Karen? Number 6. That's Karen.
Number 6 would be Kenya Lamb.
Kenya Lamb, a goal scorer. I think she's got 2 for the day.
Yeah.
But she's gotten back in the action.
And I'm not sure what this call is here. Looks like everybody's wondering.
Yeah, they're looking over at the chief referee. Omar is pointing at the other referee, and he saw them signaling, which the referee did. Jenny's indicating it. Looks like the Americans have to back up again, and Great Britain has the free puck again. As we see the Brits making a drive. And there's an example where that lone British player from Great Britain made an attack on 3 American defenders. You're not going to win in that situation, are you?
No, it's little too much. Now back in the corner, the USA wants to get it out and swing it around, get it to their open pool, and their drive.
Yep, and the Americans are making their traditional drive up the wall. Oh, nice, but she shoveled that one straight into the defender.
Look, in the back up there, that was nice.
And
way to follow up that play and help out your team.
Yeah, that was an interesting move. She did a bit of dink and then tried to drive it through the player, but unfortunately, we've got a referee saying backing up. Oh no! It's an advantage for the Americans as the Brits have been asked to back it up. And it looks like the British coach Joe is looking for a timeout.
Oh yeah, and
and Omar has seen it and he's calling a timeout for the British team. And she's just signaling to the girls, let's have a bit of a quick powwow because, look, I think we have 4 minutes left and they're still 3 goals behind. They got to start climbing that slow hill up the hill, but they got to make a quick snap on this one if they're going to get back into this game.
Yeah, and they've been playing a really good game, giving the Americans a lot of hard pushes on the goal, but they do need to just follow up on their plays just a little bit more. USA has been working on that all week, and right now I think that's working for the USA team just a little bit better than for the British team. But there's still some time, but the Great Britain team definitely has their work cut out for them.
Absolutely, and given how strong the defense has been in the U.S. in the first and the second half, as we've seen the dominant play. This is pretty rare down on this end, but when we're down here, it's usually a goal. But we'll see what happens here as the back to action, and the Brits have defended and taken it to the corner. And nice little sneaky little steal by that's number 6. That's Kenya. That's goal. She's goal hungry. She wants another one. I can see it. I can see it in the effort she put in to go get that puck. She wants another one, and she wants it now. Now.
Right. And the Great Britain team just trying to pin it in the corner. And the USA, of course,
me,
wants it out.
Yeah,
And
that sort of baffles me why they put it in the corner, because they got to go down to the other end to score a goal.
yeah, it's safer there, but if they keep it there, they're never going to score.
Yeah, absolutely. As the clock ticks by and we got under what's about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go.
Oh, a beautiful pass in there,
nice
which
flick, but
looks
it was
like
caught.
it almost
Nice blocked. Got an advantage being played.
going on. That may have been knocked down by by an
that might
arm or
be,
shoulder or
incidental
something.
blocked down. Now here we got a gloving.
Okay, an
back.
advantage USA.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be directly
It
in
wasn't
front of the
blocked
goal.
by looks like it was just pushed down, but I think it was the wrong signal. But that's the referee call it. He makes the call. The outcome is still the same. Brits are backed up and the Americans are in an opportunity. But, those British girls better get behind the line. Yes, I think that's
probably doing
you see a break. They lined up right in front of the referee. I think they need to look around. Oh, team warning.
And a warning.
And we got one team warning, and then you're gone. But, so they better have a look left, look right. That's what I tell my players. Look left, look right.
Yeah,
and,
I think
if you're
everybody's
not
getting a
behind
little
them,
bit
get behind
frantic.
them.
It's right. And again, she's lining up pretty far up there.
Yeah, we got a big bit of an angle given the camera.
Yeah, it's a little hard to
other
tell.
side of the pool and stuff. But as we see, look at that, 3 defenders down there. We got
there's a lot of
all
bodies
the players.
down there.
First one up. Americans are recycling it for another attempt to drive. A bit of a slide pass to her teammate and left it for her back into the middle of the pool and looking through that channel that through the corridor. And the British are swimming it out again to the protective corner. They better get on their bicycles and start heading the other way if they want to make a dent in this 3-0. I think it's an impossible task at this given how strong the American defense has been.
Yeah, well, it is moving up. That was a nice sweep out of the goal for the British team, and they're swimming along. It looks like the USA has taken it out and is playing their wide open game again, and that play that they've been doing so effectively, they did once again. Nice job there, but I think the Great Britain girls are catching on to that play a little bit too and making it a little harder for the USA ladies to finish that play.
Nice little combination there from what we call a back. Do you call them backs? Back player?
Yeah.
Yeah, back player up to the forward player. And the American team, are they playing a 2-1-2-1 or what are they sort of structure?
A 3-3.
3-3?
Yeah.
3-3, okay. Yeah. Is it a sliding back line, a moving back line, or
I'm not sure what you mean by a sliding back line. No, it looks like that.
Yeah, so as the goal goes in for the American team. I think we've got a goal here, and no.
Oh, it doesn't count.
Now, referee Vera is saying, sorry, ladies. And the Brits are celebrating, but listen, girls, you got to go down the other end of the pool. And the Americans backing up, and they're quite content to keep the puck down this end. Sliding back line is what I mean, is that sort of, if you look at the 3-on-3, you can line them square, 3 in front and 3 in the back. But sliding means that you move into a number 7, or you reverse the other way and you go into an anti-7.
That's more what we do. We do the weak side will go
back
into the back.
Yeah. So you're
behind.
almost like a 3-1-1 at some points, or
correct.
a 3-2-1.
A lot of times, yeah. Probably closer to 3-2-1, really, on the weak side, and then it just varies who the last back is. It's the weak side back slides into that position.
Yeah,
a nice drive by the
nice
Great
drive.
British,
The Brits, and she's made his way through, and she sort of tries to dolphin through, but strong defense again. Pick it up. Nice. Again, I've seen
really
that
nice
sort of a
pass
reverse slide by a number of the girls. That's a very nice move, and I think that's relevance of the Kendall Banks eras and the Banks eras. I remember seeing him doing that many a times, and I know he sort of perfected it and gets a bit more height, and then the Australians. Now having a lovely backhand flick, and I don't like them using it often because it is a high-risk play, but the girls executed that really well at a perfect time, and they must have worked together and developed that as they keep going.
Yeah, over the course of this, certainly over the course of this tournament, that has been getting much more consistent and better play for the U.S. ladies, and
you've been seeing the girls almost every game. You've been in here calling the games for them. As we get close to the goals, the Brits clear it. Have you seen some real development and some improvements in the girls since day one?
Absolutely. The swings that they're doing are much more effective. They're much more confident. I wish they'd have a little bit. They tend, in a lot of these games, they've been getting right up into the goal, into the opposing goal, and they just looks like that's the end of the game.
That's full time. 3-0 to the U.S. over Great Britain in the under 19. There's some real disappointed British girls. Hey, you want to jump on the deck and see if you can grab some of your girls and some of the Brit girls and have a chat, or do you want me to do that?
I'll let you do that. I'm not good in front of the camera there.
Aw, come on.
And last time I had no idea where to go and who to wave down.
I'm coming out here to help you. Okay, I'm going to swap over to the
you.
deck and see if I can get some of the girls, and let's see if we can get Ernie the elephant girls things. And I'm going to ask the U.S. girls to sort of lift their game, because they're certainly in their drink bottles. They need to actually have something better than a milk crate.
Yeah. All right.
Hi, we're deckside after an exciting game. The Americans get over the Great Britain team on this one. And we'll try to capture some of the girls, and we'll see some of those speed swimmers there. Here she is. She's going to come up and, yeah, you got me on there, Jane? Come on, don't be shy. Name? Molly? I'm just about to be joined. I believe it's Vivian. Is it Vivian?
Yes, I'm Vivian.
Vivian, very good game tonight. Are you playing in the forward line or the back line?
I play in a forward.
The camera's up there, Vivian. You want to wave to your family back home, or are they here with you?
They're here with me on the stands. Hi.
How did you enjoy that game, Vivian?
I think it was a really hard game, but I think our team worked a lot on the strategies that we planned out, and it worked pretty well.
Don't be afraid of the mic. You keep pushing back. Stay up here, Vivian. And do you have any sisters in the game that are playing, or brothers?
Yeah. My sister Teresa Lee is number 7, and she's on my team. She's a back. And my brother is Justin Lee in U19 boys, and he's a back too.
You have a huge family here. Mom and Dad here with you?
Yeah. I think they're on the stands.
Yeah. And what do you have? Who do you have for tomorrow? Who are you looking forward to play, and who aren't you looking forward to play?
I'm looking forward to play Colombia.
Hey, I also want to raise the issue of, you see Ernie the elephant down here? How come you guys just have a boring milk crate? Yeah, I want you to fix that up. I want you to get something like Ernie, okay? Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your comp.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye. Here she comes. That's sorry, I can see the number. Number 10. What's your name?
I'm Becky.
Becky. Camera's up there. You want to wave to the folks back home, say a few words?
Hi, Mum and Dad. Thank you for letting me come on this amazing trip that's going to inspire me for the rest of my life.
Well done. I see you're wearing Nage fins. Do you really like those? Do you do the penguin walk?
Like, they're the only fins that really fit me because I've got tiny feet. And quite a funny story, I got some size 1s and they were like...
You have to move to the mic.
The size 1s were really little and I couldn't swim in them, so then I have to get these in thick socks because I've got tiny feet and no other fins fit me.
Excellent. And I know you guys went down in that game, but what was your main focus of the game today?
We wanted to improve on our score from last time. I think that was like 5 or 6-0 against us. So I think we really improved in the second half because we held them off a lot more and they got some breakaways in the first half.
You guys, I calculated, and hey, we can just wave to Ernie. He's one of the prize comments things. I reckon Eric the elephant, and he's matching one of your players I saw with a bit of a nose injury. Is she wearing that for air? He's wearing that for help this airflow.
Well, Eric is. She's wearing it because she's got a hairline fracture in her nose.
Oh my goodness, is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm getting the signals from the bench just saying I've talked for far too long. Thank you for joining us, and you guys get top marks for him. And your coach is even making sure he gets blown up.
Yeah, everyone seems to love Eric. Everyone talks about him, even in the boys' games. They're like, where's your fancy bottle holder?
Hey, we've put the challenge down to all the other team to actually come. The South African girls are in there with the shark.
Yeah. We've got the original, though.
Yeah, I think this started in Hungary. Is this your first Worlds?
Yeah, it's most of our first worlds. I think it's all.
Well, I saw. I think it started a blow up. Life Raft started in Hungary, didn't it, Joe?
He's been to Hungary, yes. He's been renamed because he was Jeremy in Hungary and now he's Eric.
Eric. Okay. Thank you for joining me. Good luck for the rest of the tournament. And any last words?
Just thank you to everyone who's supporting us.
Okay. Thanks again. I'll sign off from Court 1. I think we're looking for some players from Court 2, and we'll get those happening.